Hey everyone, welcome back to Twitch Talk, the podcast that showcases up and coming streamers, giving them a platform of discoverability and a way for you, the viewer, to get to know more about them behind the scenes. Tonight, our next guest is a personal friend of mine, Zahabi Twitch. Zahabi, I want to thank you for coming on. How you doing tonight?
My pleasure, man. Thank you for having me on. I'm doing fantastic, man. How are you?
I am doing fantastic as well. We've been trying to get this scheduled for a hot minute, man. Like
We
you're
have.
a busy man. You are a busy man.
I am super busy, man. 3 kids, full-time job. It's try to stream as much as we can in the evening. We've discussed doing this many times. It's just time. Just you got kids as well. You have a job. It's time. Just never didn't work out for us. So
Yeah.
today I said, you know what? Fuck it. Put everything aside. Let's do it.
We're gonna do it. Right,
We're gonna
exactly,
do
man.
it.
I'm
That's it, man.
excited. So Zahabi, let the listeners know a little bit about your channel. What is it you stream? What's the content you produce? How long you been streaming?
Well, I've been streaming since I want to say, let's take a look here. I think I started in August of 2022. Uh, yeah, I started in August 2022. I didn't know what I was doing. I decided to just stream one day because I was playing and I was playing every single day. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just stream? I'm already watching streamers every single day. And I was like, why don't I try to, be like one of these people? So, of course, you have no guidance. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to start. So you go down the rabbit hole of YouTube, one video after another video after. What's Streamlabs? What's Stream Key? How do you set it up? Oh, what is a scene? How do you set up a scene? So you go down that rabbit hole, and I found that the more information I learned, the more knowledge I wanted to have. The more, the more I wanted to learn. So it was just kind of like a bug I had that, you catch it and that's it. You want to learn more about it. And at first, I was nervous to kind of stream because of my tics, and that was something that was holding me back for a couple of months. I didn't know if I should stream, not stream. Should I do it? Should I not do it? How are people gonna perceive me? It's just all these negative thoughts in my head. Then one day I said, you know what, just do it.
Just do it.
So I just do it. So I went and I found myself the cheapest camera I could find. I put it up. I decided to stream. First day I was super nervous. Of course nobody shows up on your first day, you know what I mean?
Yep.
um but just super nervous, consistently paranoid, thinking somebody's gonna watch you. You get that one viewer, you're like, oh shit, somebody's watching me, like what do I do, you know what I mean?
What do I do with my
um
hands?
yeah, what do I do, you know what I mean? So you just go through that panic. Once somebody came and decided to talk to me, I ended the stream. Right away I'm like, fuck you talking to me, end the stream. But it was, I had to go through that nervousness and get out of that bubble that I created for myself, because you only put limits on yourself. And I had to just get over that limit. I get over those limitations that I put on myself. And once I got out of that and I got into my comfort zone, and I just let my personality just outshine my disability and whatever was holding me back, I just, you know what I mean? And that's all it is, man. You just have to consistently keep doing it every single day, and just and I was super grateful to meet all these wonderful people. Clutch really helped me out to get affiliate. Joker Dad really kind of like put me on the map. Frank with their podcast really like catapulted me to meet new people. Hopefully with you, you know what I mean, you'll grow, I'll grow. This is beneficial for both of us. So I hope
Right.
that people in the future who listen to this kind of see that anything is possible, even for you and for me. You have a dream, I have a dream, but we're helping each other grow, and that's what this is about. And that's what I learned about streaming, is you cannot do it by yourself. Whoever says that I'm self-made and I'm this and I'm that, it's nonsense, man. Because everybody's there to help everybody, and everybody's gonna help you grow. But you can't turn around and be like, I did it by myself, because you just spat on like all those people that helped you, be where you are today. And that's not something you want to do, because it leaves a sour taste in their mouth, and it
Oh
it,
yeah.
it kind of tarnishes your image in a way. And that's not what we want to do. We don't forget the people who helped us. We don't forget the people who put us on the map. We try to build positive connections with everybody that we meet. I'm a family guy, so I have 3 kids. So I also try to build a positive um, positive environment for my children. You'll see my kids a lot come and go through my stream. Um, you don't want to build that negativity. You always want to keep it positive, because to these kids, we're the role models, and you don't want to have like something bad happen to them, or your stream. You want to keep it positive.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So what is the specific, like, what is your content circle around? I mean, I know this because I watch you a lot, but like for viewers, like if they're interested in coming see, what kind of content would they expect if they come to your channel?
Raw conversations, no sugarcoating. Um, I love sniping. I love video games that consist of shooting. I love shooting games. I grew up playing Call of Duty my whole life. I literally love sniping. Sniping is something that I absolutely love to do. So any game that could be Fortnite, could be Call of Duty, could be Battlefield 5, could be any game that has a sniping mechanic. I will just dive in and try to learn that mechanic of that specific game to master that skill in that game. There's just something so satisfying about just calculating everything on that specific time and just nailing that shot, no matter how far that person is. That's something that I can't explain. You have to like do it a couple of times, and I've seen you do it a couple of times, maybe
It's
once or
very
twice.
satisfying. It's
It's
really
super satisfying.
satisfying.
It's super satisfying.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. You have to do it, and once you do it, it becomes like a drug. Like, oh, I want to do another one.
Yeah.
I want to shoot somebody else in the
The
face.
first moment you zoom in real quick and just dome
That's
someone,
it,
and it's
man.
just instant
Yep.
drop, and you're like, ha ha,
That's it,
nice.
man. They disintegrate, and you're like, yeah, that's it. Let's go next one.
Next,
So
that
it's
lines them
just,
up.
yeah, I've played a lot of games. I tried to play Metal Gear Solid. I've tried to play God of War. I tried to play, but because of my ADHD, I can't focus on one thing. I can't. I have to consistently be doing a million things. I can't sit and go through a playthrough unless it's like a game that I absolutely like and I've never played before. Yes, I'll sit through the playthrough. Like God of War, the first God of War. I played through the entire playthrough, no problem, because I was so focused on it. But you now tell me go play it again, I won't be able to play it again because I already finished it.
Yeah, you've already
So the
seen it
game,
once.
exactly. So the game has to be like fresh and it has to like captivate me from the beginning. If it doesn't do that, then it's not. I can't sit there for hours. But a game like Fortnite, it's quick. It's in and out. It's next game. There's what I mean. It keeps me going.
Not to mention, it's a different game each time because you never
It's
know
a
what you're
different
gonna
game.
run across. You don't know what.
Exactly. It's always a different strategy you have to come up with, and you have to do all these calculations in your head so fast. A game like God of War is just a straight line. Like there,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You
I
have
can
to go
get.
through it.
So, you mentioned earlier, you have tics and a disability of your own, and obviously we do kind of want to showcase that a little bit because it's a large portion of who you are and the content you present. Because I know that you've said that kind of what you want to. I don't know if base your content off of, but it's something you want to kind of showcase in your content. So, I know you have Tourette syndrome. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that. What life is like, kind of dealing with that, and some of the challenges you've had in streaming with dealing with and living with that kind of disability. Anything that you can share with us in terms of what that's like, because that's something that a lot of people aren't really going to um know unless they have that specific disability. What?
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, d- I've been super blessed and very grateful that ever since I started streaming, I didn't bump into like any assholes or any people bullying and stuff like that. I have a very strong personality, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll take care of it on the spot. Uh, but I'm grateful that people were very welcoming, and I don't want to say accommodating, but welcoming and very, hey, what is that? Oh, you have Tourette syndrome. Some people already know about it. Some people are asked questions. I'm an open book. You want to ask, we'll have a conversation. We'll talk about it. Um, but I also want to bring awareness to people because a lot of people don't know what that is. I had this one person, he hopped into my stream and he's like, hey, you have Tourette syndrome. My brother has Tourette syndrome. Nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, great. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I connected with him just with that. And it's all about building those connections with people. And I find streaming to be a very positive uh, way of connecting with people. Now, again, you can have also a very negative connection with people. Streaming can also be super negative,
Oh yeah.
but we're trying to stay on the positive side as much as possible. Try to connect with kids, trying to show people that you could do it. You know what I mean? Um, there's this streamer. I don't know her personally, but her name is Sweet Anita. She's a streamer on Twitch. She also has Tourette syndrome. Watching her also motivated me to want to stream. Why not? You know what I mean? I think I have a good personality. I think I'm good looking. Look at me. You know what I mean? Let's begin streaming. Um, no, all jokes aside, it's just something it's not that I wanted to showcase. It's just something that I have, and
Yeah.
I can't erase it for nobody. I can't get rid of it for nobody. But it's not gonna stop me doing something I love. I love playing video games. I love talking to people. Why not just put a camera and just go with the flow? And
Right.
that's exactly what it was. And I feel very grateful to be doing what I do. Obviously we're not doing it for money because, as you know, and as pretty sure a lot of people know, when you're a small time streamer, you don't make a lot of money, and that's something that a lot of people don't tell you. Um, you think you're gonna stream and become a big superstar. You're not gonna become a big superstar. Don't quit your full time job.
Yeah.
Um, just be yourself, enjoy the ride, grow as everybody has their own growth pattern. Just enjoy it, and that's it. But don't let your disability hold you back, no matter what the disability is. Uh, Showcase your disability. Don't be ashamed of it because it's you. You're not gonna become something. You're not gonna do something that, how do I explain it? You're not gonna go out of your way to do something that you're not comfortable with, or something that's completely out of your comfort zone. It's like telling a fish to fly. You know what I mean? I can't do that. I'm me, and
Right.
that's pretty much it.
It's just a matter
Just
of
be
owning
yourself.
it. Owning
Just
what? Yeah.
own it. That's the magic word. Own
Yeah.
it. Don't shy away from it. The right people will find you. You'll find a lot of bullies. You'll find a lot of disrespectful people, but the right people will find you. And it's just a matter of you putting yourself out there and just doing it.
I
Like
think
that
that's
quote,
awesome.
just do it. Just do it, bro. That's it.
Just do it.
That's it.
Sorry.
Just do it.
I just every time
Just
you
do
say,
it, man.
just do it. I love it, man. I love it. I think that's a really inspirational people who are listening who may have Tourette syndrome or any kind of disability, because there's a lot of different disabilities out there that people live with every day
Absolutely.
and have, and we I know that you have Tourette's. We have other people who stream and they have very severe depression. There's ADHD. There's multiple different things. I've seen individuals on Twitch that have facial deformities and physical disabilities,
Yeah.
and that they own it, and so it's a very positive thing that what you're doing. So I think that's really really awesome.
Thank you.
um
And
Go ahead, go ahead.
no, I say, and I give mad respect to the people who do that as well. It's not easy for you to, like I said, put up a camera and just do what you love to do. Regardless of what people think.
I agree 100%. um so I do want to backpedal just a little bit, because I we have to address the elephant in the room of anybody who knows you. we're
It's
going
always an
to
elephant in the room.
we're gonna have to
It's a
address
fucking.
this.
It's a whale at this point,
It's
bro.
a
It's no longer an
whale.
elephant.
You already
It,
know
it,
what I'm
it
gonna
went
bring
from an.
up.
I know where you're going. It went from an elephant to a fucking whale.
It is. So we're gonna address it here and now.
Yeah.
Big exclusive here, okay? The rumor and the running joke is that Zahabi Twitch is a hacker. Now, I know the truth behind this story, but I want to give you a platform and a chance to explain, why do people say that? What is the joke behind it? What is the true story? And, who is at fault for coming up with this amazing joke? Because it is a running joke. You're not a
It
hacker,
is.
but
It is
it is
absolutely.
it is a very fun little jab that we love to throw at you, and you take it in stride. But there is a
I,
story behind it. So
I've
I'm
actually, I've come to welcome it. I've
Yeah.
come to, I've taken it part as my identity, and I'm okay with it right now because it's been over a year, and I don't shy away from it because, again, it's part of my story in a way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if that didn't happen, I would have never been here. So I take it as a blessing. So what happened was, um, So we moved, okay, and my previous what do you call it? My
Address.
previous no, not address. My previous internet provider
Okay.
doesn't support this area. Okay, so what I had to do was I had to um, so we had to find another service provider. Okay, so what happened was that the new service provider that we found, like we were already in the house, we're already like we're already working, or I was already streaming, there was already no issues, right? I had no problem. But all of a sudden we got a letter saying that the the internet provider will no longer support this area. So I was like, whoa, okay, like we
Ah,
just moved, you know what I mean? So like, okay, like what do we do? So I went out and I found another internet provider. This internet provider offers 1.5 gigabyte of download and 1 gigabyte of upload,
ain't
or
bad.
something like that. I was like, okay, no problem. So we got it. They came, they set everything up, and everything was good. I plugged it in. I was playing. There were no issues. But then I did a speed test, and I was like, why is my internet only going up to 1 gig? I don't get it. I'm paying for like 1.5 gig. Why am I only getting 1 gig? So I did some research, and I figured out that my motherboard only goes up to 1 gig. So I was like, oh, okay. So how do I make it go up to 1.5? So after doing some research, I realized that I needed to buy a network adapter. And we were playing Call of Duty every single day. There was no problem. The world was beautiful. The birds were singing. Everything was fine. And I went online and I was like, okay, I went on Amazon and I purchased a network adapter off Amazon. This network adapter went up to a 2.5 gigabyte or something like that. And it took me like a couple of days for it to show up. And it showed up, and we were playing Call of Duty. We had no issues. We were playing everything. I even have YouTube videos on my of me playing Call of Duty on my YouTube channel. Like there were no issues. We were playing every single day. I was even playing with friends before. We were playing every single night, just like I do now with Joker. That it was like a ritual every night. Okay, boom, Call of Duty. Let's go play Rebirth Island. Let's go. Anyways, but this was in the beginning of my streaming, like literally like beginning of my streaming journey. Like I didn't even have 50 followers yet. I was in the field. Like I was a nobody. Um, so we bought the network adapter. Network adapter showed up. I plugged it in. Like I installed it myself. I installed it, and I plugged it in. Uh, within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, as soon as I plugged it in, my ping on Warzone, fuck it skyrocketed. I was like, what the hell? Why is my ping so high? So after a couple of games, after like a few days, the guys I was playing with, they're like, bro, we're in very weird lobbies. And then I bumped into some people, and they were on open mic. I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong with the ping? How come these lobbies are very shady? And like, oh, these are shadow band lobbies. I was like, what the fuck's a shadow band lobby? This was like my first experience in this. I was like, I don't know what this means. So I went to look it up. And then I found out that shadow band lobbies is like a lobby that you're put in like when you're like under investigation on like under invest, like for what? And I didn't understand. So I started playing. And one day, luckily, bro, like honestly, I should have kept it. Now that I think of it right now, I should have kept it as proof. But in my panic at the time, I deleted it. So I was playing, and in the middle of a game, um, like I was slaying people, bro. I was fucking destroying them. In the middle of the game, I just get beep. I just get disconnected, and it says you've been banned. Like I got that you've been banned message on stream,
Jeez.
and I was like, what the fuck? And I ended the stream, and I looked at my monitor, and I freaked out. And I called my wife. I told her, and she came. Even she didn't understand. She's like, what do you mean you're banned? She's like, what did you do? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
What did you
So I
do?
start.
Like, yeah,
But
first
I'm like, what the
question.
fuck? What the fuck? Like, I didn't know. Like, it's my fault, right? Or she throws the shit on me.
Yeah,
Like, I don't fucking.
typical, typical.
You know what I mean? So then I did some research and I realized I'm like, okay, the only thing that changed was that network adapter. And when I went to the Activision website and I put in my email address, it says that you've been banned because you've manipulated game data or whatever. I was like, manipulated like I fucking didn't understand anything, bro. And this is a game that I've been playing my whole life. Ever since I was like 16 years old, I've been playing Call of Duty every single day. And I used to go wait in the line outside, like at the store to get the physical copy every single year, every November, October, I used to go. But when that happened, I froze, bro. I was like, I'm building my Twitch channel off Warzone, off Call of Duty. And when that happened, I didn't know what to do. I was like, where do I go from here? I got banned from Call of Duty. And again, don't get me, I was an affiliate back then, right? And then as soon as that happened, I was like, I don't know what to do. I tried reaching out to Activision. I tried reaching out to Call of Duty. I did everything I could. I even called their 1-800 number. Nothing, zero. So after like a couple of weeks, I was like, you got banned. Okay, we have to move on, right? We just can't sit here and cry about it. We have to move on. So then I think I went on, I discovered Discord, and I went on Discord, and I was like, how do I become an affiliate? Like, I knew nothing about it. I was like, okay, I need to get 50 followers. I need to get 3 average viewers.
Right.
I was like, 3 average viewers? You're crazy. Nobody's going to fucking watch me. I was hitting like 0.2, 0.3 at the time. I was like, how do people hit 3 average viewers? It didn't make sense. So then I went down that rabbit hole of Discord, of, trying to figure it out how Discord works, how you meet people. I discovered, I first found Clutch on Twitter, and he had channel, a Discord. Okay, I joined, no problem. Started meeting all these people. I met Joker Dad, you know. So the ball started rolling for me the moment, I got banned from Call of Duty. That's when everything fell into place, and I took that as a
Bless it.
blessing. To
Kind
be
of like
honest
a
with you,
blessing in disguise kind of
I
thing.
took
Yeah.
that as a blessing in disguise, because when I was streaming Call of Duty, nothing was happening, bro. There was no movement in my stream. There was no communication. Nobody was showing up. And when you go live in Call of Duty, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know that when you go live in Call of Duty, you're on page 500.
Oh yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna watch your stream unless you're like a big shot, you know what I mean, or unless you have connections. But I didn't want to give up on my dream. I had a dream to become a streamer, and my dream didn't involve necessarily Call of Duty. Like, I wanted to become a streamer, so I just wanted to keep going. Um, but I have to say, mentally, that really like messed me up and really like held me back, because it went against everything that I believed. Because I'm not a hacker, I'm not a cheater, I'm not that type of person. I don't have foot pedals, as much as we joke about it. You know what I mean? Like, again, I take everything now as like, uh, I don't take anything seriously. I laugh about it, and again, I welcome it, because it's it's first of all, it's content. Second of all, it gets people talking about me.
Yep.
So I welcome it. You know what I mean? People, oh, is he really hacking? Let's go take a look. Come
Let's
take
go
a look.
see. Is he hacking?
Come
Yeah.
take a look. You know what I mean? Come see.
Then they tune in and they see you just get dropped by a 2-year-old in
Right?
freaking
That's it.
Fortnite, and they just go, "Oh, he's not
That's
hacking.
it.
There's no way."
You know what I mean? So that was basically my streaming journey. It didn't start off as I wanted it to, but it's shaping up to where I wanted to go. You know,
Right.
um,
I
I mean,
remember the first time you told me the story of the getting hacked because the internet item that you bought. I can't remember the word now, but
network adapter.
network adapter. That's the word. Um, I remember the first time you told me about that. It baffled me. I was like, I cannot believe that
Bro, I still don't
Activision,
believe it. I
like,
still don't
that's
believe it.
crazy. And and if I'm not mistaken, it's like all Activision products you're not allowed to play now, right? Like Activision overall is like totally like
No, I
blacklisted you.
can't play any Call of Duty games made
Okay,
from
so
Activision.
you can still like play, like if you
I
wanted
can,
to play Activision Blizzard games or Activision games in
I can play
general.
I can play anything I want, except any games coming out from Call of Duty Activision.
Now,
I
does that go
cannot
for
play any.
like consoles and stuff too? Like if you had like a console game or something, would
I
it
th- I
carry over?
think I think it's email. I think it's email.
Uh-huh.
Um, email, and I want to say IP. I'm not sure if it's IP address. I don't know, to be honest with you, but
Huh.
I think it's email address. Um,
Let me
I
ask you this:
don't know.
considering what happened and everything, if they removed the ban on you, would you start playing it again, or do you have like that like salty like nah, fuck you?
Yeah, yeah. You know, when you break up with a girlfriend, it's just like a disgusting kind of like, it's
Yeah.
like she cheated on me or something, and she comes crawling back.
Yep.
No, you spit on her. That's exactly what I want to do. Like, I just you just, you know what I mean? No, like as much damage as you've done.
Right.
personally, emotionally, tarnishing my image in a way, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
Um, I mean,
I
I'm
I
as
think
much
it's
as I
funny.
love Call of Duty,
Yeah.
I just can't like see myself kind of like, yeah, let's go play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Well, I think it's for the best though, because in a way, like, because you're like multiple things you said is correct. Because anybody who's watched your stream, my stream, any of these Twitch talks, the common trend of a lot of people say, you know, super oversaturated games like that's really
Super,
hard
bro.
to grow in, really hard. It's a big problem,
Super.
and so and you're 100% right. If you would have stayed in Call of Duty, you would have struggled a lot more. Now, granted, you do a lot of Fortnite now, and that's kind of still the same thing, but there's kind of a difference there, considering that you're part of, you know, uh, two different Discord communities to my knowledge. I think you're part of more, but I know you're part of one that's a large portion. We're both part of the Kingdom of Clowns, which is a large Fortnite based community. Even though it's a saturated game, you have like a circle of people within that community that will watch that content and they recognize you from collaborating with other streamers. So it's a little different. Um, going back and looking at the decisions you've made in streaming and the different games that you've played, is there anything that you think that you would do differently? Any games that you want to play, that you want to stream, or anything that you kind of like this is kind of a goal that I'm wanting to achieve in my content? Like, where are you wanting to go moving forward?
I keep thinking to do live content, like bring you into my world for like a day. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that do like um
Like
they
in
take you out
like
for the
in real
day or
life
whatever,
streaming?
vlogging, yeah, vlogging stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've considered that a couple of times. Um but obviously when you have a wife and kids, you don't want to expose them too much, you want to keep them protected, you don't want to give away too much, where you live, stuff like that. So
Right.
I've considered that as well. Um I enjoy like the talking head type of like streaming. I enjoy. I've considered many times to start my own podcast. Many times. Um, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go.
Right.
But it's something that I have considered in the past, just because I love talking to people and I love learning from people. Um, so that's something that I was considering pointing my stream content towards. um I don't want to say I'm trying to I want to do like Joker Dad, or I want to do like you. I don't know what I want to do, to be honest with you. Frank and Dudu also, they've, I've watched their content. I got motivation from them as well. I'm getting motivation from you and getting motivation from Joker Dad. But I just don't know what type of content I want to create if I do decide to do a podcast. um I was thinking maybe just have conversations with people and just kind of like, just talk to people.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing right now, because you just don't know where it's gonna go. You know.
I think that would be awesome. I think that there's definitely a market for podcasts. There's definitely a market for audio based content,
hmm
video based content, where you're having conversations with people about topics. And I think that the best advice I can give on any of that is just to find a topic that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And
Come have coffee with a hacker.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Let me give you the secrets of how to work the foot pedals. No. Um
Right.
like you find a topic that you're passionate about, whether it be gaming or movies or disabilities or anything like that. And like me and Joker Day, streaming, things like that, all of those things. There's a market for all of those topics. So if you
Yeah.
find something you're passionate about and you get like-minded people into it, I think that you would go a long way with it. Because that is one of the things in your content that actually I think brings the most engagement. I think we've had these conversation, in Discord before, where some of your most successful streams have been the ones where you just sat there and played words on stream with chat, and just sat there and visited with chat and talked with everybody while you played words on stream, listened to music.
I
You've
agree. Yeah.
also had very popular streams where you've just sat there and watched a YouTube video of like Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmare or Hoarders, and your chat has been popping off because everybody's just sitting there and just visiting with you. And like it's some of your most engaging content that you have is that kind of stuff. So I think you definitely have something there. If you go that route, I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Yeah, I also enjoyed it very, very much, and I love talking to people and just hanging out and just kind of be myself. You know what I mean? That when I do those type of content, like just like kitchen nightmares or words on stream or whatever, that's 100% me. Like there's no sugarcoating. There's no I can just be me. You know what I mean? Like I see something, I comment on it. My wife is sometimes she's like, "Stop!" Like, but I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many? So your wife. Have you ever thought about doing like collaboration? Bringing her on.
I
I know
think
that she.
I've done um I think I've done one or two, but my wife doesn't like being on the camera, and she doesn't like being exposed to this type of stuff. Like you'll see her in the background here and there, but I honestly think that you guys enjoy when my wife is there and she bugs me and she pokes at me, and
Oh,
I think
it's very entertaining.
you guys like it, and it's very entertaining. I enjoy it as well. Um,
When you and her are bickering with each other on stream, it's really entertaining. Just
again, there's no sugarcoating in my house. There's no, I'm not gonna pretend, you know what I mean. Life is beautiful everywhere, because husbands and wife bicker, husbands and wife talk,
yep,
husbands and wife. You know what I mean? It's just part of being married,
yep.
and that's it. Um,
And you see it a lot. In a lot of people's stream, like you'll see it in mine.
you do.
Frankie's Joker Dad has Joker Mom that gives him a hard time, and it actually adds a lot of great content.
It
So I think
does. It does.
it's fair, and that's why when you say you were thinking about doing a video log of like behind the scenes and like in your, I think that would be a blast. I think you'd have a lot of people tuning in, or at the very
Honestly, if I can just put up the camera, just me driving in the car with just me and my wife, like you guys would have hours of content. Just, you know what I mean? Like turn here, but I don't want to turn there. I want to go here. GPS says here. I don't listen to the GPS. You know what I mean? It's just like stuff like that. Like
yeah,
it's
just bicker at each other the whole time.
just that's it. Just like a
Yeah.
2 hour just drive of just like bickering, which is content, but that's just how it is every single day. It's just this is how it is. But again, my wife doesn't want to expose too
Right.
much. You know
No,
what
I
I
mean I
mean?
get
Of
it. My wife's the same way. Yeah, I definitely understand that. It's not for everybody. My wife did like a week of collab streams on my stream, and
yeah,
then it was like it got real quick to where she wasn't a fan of it.
check.
And
You're annoying.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Spend too much time with you.
well, actually, her biggest complaint was that her ass hurt because she was sitting in the chair for too
Sitting in the chair.
long.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. My chair is fucking flattened, bro. It's like a pancake, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like the cushion on the seat, man. My ass got so big sitting in this chair. Like I fucking flattened the seat. I need to go buy a new seat. I actually need to buy a whole new chair, but I got this one from Walmart. I think it was like $100, something like that. I bought it. I was like, "Whoa, office chair looks sick. Look at the leather."
Look at
I
the
sat down.
leather.
I'm like, "Whoa, this is comfortable." A few months later, it's like, you know what I mean?
The
And you're like,
leather on the thing, because my chair, I just got a new gaming chair, but the chair before this one, it looks very similar to the chair you're sitting in now. Do
yeah.
you have the leather like peeling up off of it, like ripping up
No, no,
and
no, no, no.
everything?
It's not doing like no. It's to be honest with you, like the leather is very well stitched. Like the leather is
Yeah,
very nice. Like it. I feel like it's a really nice office chair.
yeah.
It's just the bottom cushion. My ass fucking destroyed it. Right. So it's kind of like indenting a little bit. So if I don't know if I can add more padding, but I'll just buy another chair, maybe with like better ass cushion or something. Who knows?
Now with 50% more ass cushion.
Yeah,
That's
sir, I'm
great.
looking for a chair. What type of chair? A chair that has 50% more ass cushion. I need some cushion for my ass, bro.
Yeah, my booty hurts, man.
Bro,
Yeah, that's great. So, we kind of went into the games you play. You play a lot of shooters. You like your Fortnite, Battlefield, sniper games. Sniper games. Have you ever played the Tom Clancy sniper games?
I have not because I never was exposed to Tom Clancy games. I was always a Call of Duty guy. I've heard about them, Rainbow Six, this and that.
Ghost
But that's
Recons and all
yeah,
those.
that's a whole new mechanic I have to learn. Battlefield took me a while to learn. Like it took me a couple of months to actually learn. Battlefield messed me up, to be honest with you. Because coming from Call of Duty and then jumping right into Battlefield, Call of Duty was just like point and click.
Yeah, point
That's
and
it.
click,
There's no
spray and pray.
calculation.
Yeah,
There's no calculation to anything. It's just like no matter how far the guy is, just point and click. But when I jumped into Battlefield, and the guy's on the other side of the map, and I'm getting sniped, and I'm like, how the hell is this guy sniping me? And I didn't understand. So the more I played that game, the more I realized, I gotta calculate the distance, I gotta calculate the bullet drop, I gotta calculate the movement, where he is. I have to shoot where he's going to be, not where he is right now. So all these things I had to like learn on the fly. You know what I mean? But Tom Clancy, and I've seen the type of game Tom Clancy is. Um, Again, I wouldn't mind playing it, but I wouldn't play it by myself. That's the thing. Like, it's not a game I'm gonna go buy and start playing by myself. I like to play with people.
Right.
And the reason why I enjoyed playing Call of Duty was because I played with people. Like it was
Right.
every single night, same people. Just like Fortnite. Fortnite, I hop on. I'm playing with people. I'm playing with the same people over and over, and we're having a good time, building a relationship with them. If I would jump to Rainbow Six, I would need to have already people that play that game, so I can like hop on and play with them, so that they can teach me. I'm not just gonna go buy it and hope to learn it by myself and watch people play.
We just need to get you into Overwatch. For the listeners, I've been harping on Zahabi to come play Overwatch
That's
with me.
you see how this guy built the conversation. He built it in a way to kind of set a trap.
Yeah,
Kind of be
that's
like,
what it is.
yeah, Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yeah, I gotta like squeeze that in there, get you in there.
I don't mind. Look, Overwatch is a really nice game. I have no issues with Overwatch. It's a different mechanic that I'm just not used to.
Yeah.
I don't mind playing it. I have a lot of fun playing it. I just don't get like getting my ass kicked, and that kind of like pisses me off. So that's why I stay away from games that make me look bad.
Okay. But yet you play Fortnite. I mean, I saw your
What
kid.
What are you trying to say, bro?
I mean, I don't know. I saw your kid out playing you the other day. Like you kept getting
What are you trying to
killed,
say,
and
bro?
then, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, my son's pretty good. To be
Yeah,
honest, he's fucking pretty good.
your
Surprised me
son
last night.
trolling you in chat's kind of some of the funniest shit I've seen in a minute.
He's too funny, man.
It was
He's
great.
always there to he's always there, kind of like, no, Baba. He's always there. He's like, stop lying.
Stop lying to me.
You'll just hear him in the background. Sometimes he'll be like, hacker. Like, bro, shut up.
Your kid's in on the joke.
Yeah,
That's
too funny,
amazing.
man. But that's the thing. They're like in on it.
Oh
He's
my
like, Baba,
god.
why do you keep kicking under the table? Shut
Yeah.
up, bro. They're gonna believe you.
I love it. It's some of the best things ever. So, you know, you've been streaming for about a little over a year.
Yeah.
So your year of streaming, you know, there has to be some specific moments that kind of stick out in your head. What would be this is always a question that everybody struggles with. What would be your favorite streaming moment that you've had? Is there anything in your time streaming that you can think of and be like, you know, this is probably my favorite moment that I've had streaming so far?
To be honest, the favorite moments I have streaming is when we all play Fortnite together. Like when we have like those Fortnite Fridays, and when we all hop in and we all play together as as a whole group. Those are moments that I enjoy. Those are moments that let's all get Joker Dad. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
let's all, you know what I mean? Or when Frank hops into my stream and he starts to troll me, or it's those things like that that I enjoy. It's boring without you guys. Basically, streaming is not fun without you, without Frank, without Joker Dad. I'm gonna miss so many people's names, but it's not intentional. But it's not fun without any of you guys. Like all of you collectively. You know what I mean? You all play a part of the enjoyment of streaming, basically.
Absolutely, the viewers make the stream. That's
That's it.
a huge fact. The
That's
viewers
it.
and the community and that you build is what makes the stream. And your stream, we were talking about this right before we went live. Actually, you're actually starting to pop off a little bit. How many followers have you gained in the past week? Almost. What did you say? It was?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I checked this morning.
Yeah.
Actually, I checked before hopping on. Let me double check that number is still accurate.
Yeah. Look down, it's 20 followers less now, and you're gonna be like, crap, no.
Damn it. Damn you, Ryder. Actually, I gained 1 follower. Look at that.
Hey, look at that.
So I was at okay. So I'm sitting at 678 followers on December 21st, 2023. That's today.
Nice.
So when we revisit this in a year, hopefully that number would have doubled.
There you go.
Hoping.
Get you up to 1,200.
So, let's hope so. But again, my channel is again, it's not growing as fast as I'm expecting it to grow, but it's growing. I'm averaging 50 followers a month. That's on average. what I'm doing. Again, it's an awesome number. A lot of people don't even
Yeah.
get that. And I'm not complaining, and I'm not, I'm not bragging. I'm not. But I was hoping to kind of hit 1,000 followers before the end of the year. So if there's 300 people listening to this right now, Zahabi underscore Twitch, come follow.
Yeah, go follow Zahabi. Absolutely, man. Like it's great seeing the growth that you're having. Like I think it's amazing. I know that we all have our ups and our downs, and you have talked at length multiple times in Discord about
How to grow,
how to
how
grow
to where to go
things.
from here.
Right, and I think I think maybe you've found kind of a little bit of a thing of like consistency, able to keep it consistent. Like it seems like you're really starting to pop off because of that. Um,
Consistency, I find, is the most important thing out of everything.
yep,
Um, if you're not consistent, think of it this way. Okay, when you're baking, you consistently have to fucking turn that, what I mean, batter around, or else it's not gonna, what I mean. You have to
right,
consistently, like when you're making mashed potatoes, you have to consistently whisk the mashed potatoes. So you know what I mean. It's a consistency thing. So if you stop doing it, you're not gonna grow, or your content's not gonna be where you want it to be, or you know what I mean, or it's not gonna uh, it's not gonna be how you want it to be in a way.
right.
Nobody's gonna do it for you. You're gonna have to do it yourself. So you just have to believe in yourself, stay consistent. You're gonna have your ups and downs. I have a lot of days that I have downs. Like sometimes I go live and I see other major streamers are on, and I see everybody's watching them. I don't hate that. Like I don't look at them and be like, oh, those guys. No, none of that stuff. It's understandable. It's normal. It does happen. But I'm smart enough to be like, okay, today's not a good day to stream. I end my stream. You know what I mean? There are the days I go live where nobody's on, and I go live and people hop in. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I meet new people. Okay, perfect. They get to follow. But I don't hate on anybody's success, because your success is your success and it's written for you and you alone. Um, I'm not a hateful person. I just don't like anybody. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not a hateful person. I just want everybody to grow together. I want us all to kind of like grow at this, not at the same time, but like together. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to look at you and be like, hey, Ryder, look, you got 10,000 followers, man. Remember when we used to talk and
Shit.
you only had 300? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's where I want to be. I want to be at that position where we look back and we're still together and we're still talking and we're still friends, and you know what I mean? We've grown together. That's what I want to see.
And I think it'll
Um,
happen. I think it'll definitely
it will.
happen.
It will. It's all a matter of time. It's all a matter of consistency again. It's all a matter of putting yourself out there. Don't stop, because there's other people out there that are trying to do the same thing as you, and other people give up. You know what I mean? Really, really fast. I thought about giving up many, many times. Um, but it's the people that don't give up that become successful, because a lot of people will fail, and a lot of people uh, will give up on the first or second try. You know what I mean? But you can't give up. You have to keep going. And I feel like, I don't want to say I have a message for the world. I don't have a message for the world. Okay, but I like meeting people. So I just want to keep meeting people, and I want the channel to grow, and um I want to provide good content for people.
Well, I think the
Uh,
genuine
uh,
thing. I think the good
Genuine.
thing.
Just want to
You're
be
very
genuine.
genuine. Exactly.
Just
I
want.
was gonna
That's it.
say.
I don't sugarcoat. I won't lie. I won't. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I don't have patience for that. I already have 3 kids. I have a wife. I don't need. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't have patience for that. Um, I'm just trying to go on a straight line. This is the path I'm trying to do. You don't want to be on. You don't want to be on. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. It's okay, man. You do your thing. There's no hate. If you want to
Right.
be on, bro, I'll roll the red carpet for you. Come in. Let's hang out. Let's get to know each other. Let's grow together. You know what I mean?
And to be honest, I think
Let's.
that's one of the redeeming things of your streams is the fact that in the entire time that I've known you, I've never known you to do anything. I don't want to say disingenuine, but like you don't do the gimmicks. You like I've never seen you do it. And I'm guilty of the gimmicks as well. I do it. Joker Dad has done it. Clutch does it. The gimmicks where
What gimmicks?
well, gimmicks in terms of like like, oh, if you do this, we're gonna eat, nasty
No,
stuff, or
no, it's
oh,
fucking
you're gonna,
disgusting, bro.
you
You guys
know,
are crazy.
yeah, exactly, you're gonna eat nasty stuff, or you're gonna, do absurd things on stream to try to garner. Like, I've never seen you do anything like that. You are just a very, like, I've said this before to multiple. I said this before to Joker Dad, actually. We spoiler alert, we're talking about you when you weren't there. Um, uh,
What? What? What
I
did you
said
say about me?
right. No, we said straight out. We said, like, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and your strength is the fact that your stream is very much like, if you want to go and you want to have a chill, real conversation, chill vibes, chill entertainment, where like you're literally sitting there and you're just having a conversation with someone and hanging out, not all the flair and
All the pushing
ridiculousness.
buttons and fucking
Yeah,
noise and
yeah,
no, bro.
exactly. Like now, granted, you have your sound alerts, which most of them are around Arnold Schwarzenegger for some really weird reason. But
Listen, that was the most random. Listen, okay, I have to tell you a story. So the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing, I don't know how, I don't know why. That's just the those are just the sound alerts I found online, and I found a lot of Arnold sound alerts. So I started clicking on the buttons and I started listening to them. I was like, okay, maybe this would fit here. And then I found another one. I was like, click. I'm like, oh, I was thinking to put Al Pacino. I was thinking to put, Robert De Niro. I was thinking to put all kinds of different streamers. But as soon as not streamers, actors, I mean. But as soon as I started listening to the Arnold ones, I started thinking, I was like, okay, this is pretty funny. Maybe I'll use this for a follow, or maybe this is pretty funny. I'll use this for a raid. So I just kind of like started plugging it in to where I thought it would fit into my stream, and it worked. You
yeah,
know what I mean? I think it's genuine. I think it's unique. I think
I love it. It
it
cracks
it's
every time.
it becomes part of the identity of the stream, and it's unexpected. It's unexpected because when people come and they rate or they follow, or you know what I mean. I recently added my daughter's voice for a donation. I was trying to find something for uh, for Arnold as a donation, but I couldn't find it. But then I was like, okay, I told my daughter, okay, say thank you for your donation. Then she said it, and I was like, no, 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 make it sound British. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't know, just make it sound British. So she tried as much as she can to make it sound British, and then I recorded. My wife's like, what do you mean you're putting her voice? I'm like, listen, stop, okay? It's gonna work.
It's
So
they don't know it's her. It's fine.
it's
It'll
child
work.
labor, bro. Child labor.
Child labor, yeah. I love it. Yeah, your sound alerts are very, very funny, because you've got that. You've got the Gordon Ramsay's ones where we get to call you dog shit and everything.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
And then you also have sound alerts of course, you have one that I love to hit every time, and that's where we call you a hacker in the.
A hacker. I had to put that in. I was like, listen,
Are you a
we're gonna.
hacker? Like, I
Are you a
love it.
hacker? But you guys hit it at like the most random time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, I normally do it when I see you like pop off a sniper shot and like you dome somebody. I'm just like, are you a hacker?
Yeah. It's like,
It's just
fuck, bro. Okay,
great.
stop.
I love it.
But again,
Like,
it's content, man. It's fun. I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
it's very great. So, I don't know if we touched on this. We may have. But in said, you got into streaming, because you watched a lot of streaming. What would be some of your, either now, then, or at any point, what are some of the big streaming inspirations you have? Like, is there anybody in particular that you take a lot of inspiration from? Not particularly mimic or copy, but like people that you look at and be like, these are the people I kind of like look up to, and I look to those kind of streamers as like inspirational things. I use the example of, like, I borrow a lot of my mannerisms and model a lot of my on stream stuff around how Asmongold does. He's a streamer, someone I've watched for years, and he's wildly successful. He's a huge inspiration to
Yeah.
show a
Yeah.
self-made success.
I agree.
Do you have anyone like that you see as like, this is a streaming inspiration, either big
Well,
or small?
there are quite a few of them, to be honest with you, because I built my I became a streamer because of multiple streamers, not just because of one. You know, I saw one and it wasn't like, okay, because of this guy, I'm gonna become a streamer. No, it was multiple. It was multiple streamers that I watched consistently, and they kind of like motivated me to want to stream. Uh, Prior to 2017, I didn't have a computer. Like I was just a PlayStation gamer my whole life. But in 2017, because I started watching Doctor Disrespect, I discovered Doctor Disrespect. I discovered Twitch in general. In 2017, I was like, "Whoa, what is this? It's like YouTube for games." It's like this is
YouTube,
sick. You know
YouTube
what I
for
mean?
games.
I was mind blown, bro. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, whoa, we're gonna watch this all the time. So I discovered. Um, at the time, I was working. Uh, I was working for Coca-Cola at the time. I was loading pallets at the warehouse, and I was working 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. And it was the fucking hard
That is
job.
some
It was really
brutal
backbreaking, a
hours.
brutal job, brutal hours, man.
Ugh.
And at the time, I had we just had our baby, we just had my son with third born, and I found a lot of time just to kind of watch TV on my time off because I'll take them to daycare and I'll go back home and watch TV. And I discovered Twitch. I was like, "What's Twitch?" So I downloaded the app and I started watching. And I was really into StarCraft at the time. I really enjoyed StarCraft, Call of Duty on my PlayStation. So I started watching a lot of content on Twitch. I watched a lot of StarCraft. There's this guy. His name is Loco. I think he's from Europe. He streams a lot during the day. It's LOWKYO TV. He streams a lot during the day, a lot of StarCraft RTS type games. And I discovered Doctor Disrespect. Then I discovered Shroud. So it was like a snowball effect. It
Right.
wasn't just like one streamer, it was a snowball effect. And then in 2017, I decided to build a computer. I was like, okay, it took me months. Like I researched all the parts, the motherboard, CPU, graphic card, etc., etc. I put it all together, and I went to the computer store. I gave him the parts that I wanted. I ordered all the parts. It took him like 3 months to get everything. They built the computer. I went to pick it up, and at that moment in time, I was mind blown. I was like, "Whoa!" First game I played PUBG. Then I played PUBG was big for me back then. I played PUBG. I played PUBG a lot. Like I have a lot. I have like over 1,000 hours on PUBG. I think. Um, don't quote me. Okay, it could be less. Um, so I played a lot of PUBG. I discovered, Steam. I was like, oh my god, I can play all the Call of Duties again. So I started, playing Call of Duty on Steam, like the old ones. Um, and then I discovered Warzone. I was like, what do you mean there's an online Warzone? I never played Fortnite. It was just all Warzone Call of Duty at the time. So I started playing Warzone back in. It didn't come out in 2017 though. I'm not sure when Warzone came out, but I think Warzone came later, like in my streaming, not streaming in my gaming journey, like on my PC. But yeah, ever since 2017, ever since I built my first computer, it was just knowledge. I just wanted to keep learning, keep learning. Wow, PC is amazing. I wanted to keep learning. I started slowly stepping away from console gaming, which I had a PlayStation 4 at the time. Um, so yeah, and then one day I was like, okay, I want to become a streamer. Well, not I didn't say I want to become a streamer. I said I want to try on streaming. Like I wanted to see what it's like. How do you do it? Where do I go from here? Then I found out that my computer wasn't powerful enough to do that. So I was like, okay. So I started looking up all the parts I needed. Came up to $2,500. I was like, fuck, okay, well, whatever, we're gonna do it.
Lord.
Yeah, that's Canadian too, right? So that's Canadian pesos right there. Thanks, Trudeau. Um, so I bought all the parts off Amazon. They came in like every other day. Packages started showing up at the house. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. Just put it in the basement." So I started piling up all the boxes in the basement. And then when I got all the pieces, I took it to the computer store because I don't know how to do it. I'm not gonna fuck with that shit. So I took my computer. I brought it to the guy. He installed everything for us. Took him about a week. Um, but during that time, I was I was what do you call it, playing on my PlayStation. So it's like I reverted back to my PlayStation. I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. Like I don't want to play this anymore. You know, it was so terrible the experience after
You've
like gaming on
tasted
a
the
PC.
sweet fruit of the PC
Yeah,
Master Race, and now
and
you're
I
like,
was
bro, I
like,
don't want to go back.
how, what did I do to myself? How could I have done this to myself this whole time? So when I got my PC back, I was so happy. You know, I decided to start streaming. I had to learn Streamlabs. I had to learn how to set up scenes. Again, nobody teaches you these things, right? Um, so that was basically my journey, and um, I'm super happy to be here. I'm super happy to do what I love to do. I don't think I'll be able to do anything else at this point. Um, you know, you consider doing this as a full time job, but realistically, we're not even close
Yeah,
to doing something like that. Like I watch a lot of YouTubers, I watch a lot of people who stream on Twitch, um, and I look at their house and look at what they have, and you always aspire to be like them. You always aspire to have what they have. So who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows what's in store for us? Who knows? Where our path is gonna lead. We don't know, but we're gonna be doing this hopefully every single day, and we'll see how far we can just push the envelope. You know what I mean? Just that's it.
absolutely. I agree 100%. So like,
Because
so
we're already gaming.
oh yeah,
Like we're already doing it. Just might as well just stream it.
right, and that's kind of a good mindset to have. I mean, if you're going to be playing video games, you may as well try and make something of it. And I think that
You have nothing to lose.
mindset, right? Yeah, exactly. What do you have to lose? What? Oh no, now you're being recorded. Oh no, like it's not that big of a thing. I think it's great. The journey that you've had. It sounds like you've had your ups and your downs. And, you came a long way in just a little bit over a year. And the thing is I know that you had said before that you're not exactly, like you're not growing as fast as what you thought that you would. But the thing is as a realistic uh look at things, streaming a little over a year, you managed to connect and have almost 700 people follow you. Um,
Yeah,
so I mean, like that's a huge accomplishment. Get to that point. So I think it's going to be only uphill from here. Like
I hope so. Yeah,
it,
I
it's
hope
it's
so.
going to be a big thing. Um, we are closing in on the end of the episode here, but I always close with one major well, two questions. The first question is that if people want to live, do you have kind of a period of time that they can pretty sure you're going to be?
You can find me live pretty much every evening after the kids go to bed. I stream kind of to like distress a little bit, just to kind of chill. At the end of the night, maybe I'll watch an episode of something. You know what I mean? Or I'll play a game, or you'll see me watching YouTube content, or just something to just relax. I use streaming to kind of just relax. So at the end of the day, if you guys just want to relax and you're bored, or whatever, just stop by, say hi.
Absolutely. I have one last question for you. And the running question, I've asked it since episode 1. Um, you've been streaming for a little over a year. You've managed to accumulate almost 700 followers. You have found a measure of success in streaming and the small streamer audience. Um, so if you met somebody who was brand new, brand spanking new, or somebody who is struggling really bad, what would be the number one advice that you would give someone who's either brand new to streaming or is wanting to get into it and is struggling?
um well, the first thing I would say is analyze yourself. See what type of person you are. Don't go mimic and copy other people, because those are already done. Find something you're good at. I mean, you could be a painter. You could be somebody who likes to paint every single day. But you start and you stream and you're playing video games, but you're terrible at the video game. But you're a phenomenal artist. You know what I mean? You're doing yourself a disservice by not showing off your skill of an artist instead of playing video games. You know what I mean? Find something you're good at personally. Don't go and mimic other people. Don't go and pretend to be like somebody else, because that's when you're gonna tank 100%, and you're gonna get demotivated, and you're gonna wonder why you did it, and you're gonna have a lot of negative thoughts. Don't do that to yourself. Find out what you are good at as a person. Take time. Don't rush it. Um, and once you find what that is, I mean, it could be knitting. I mean, there are phenomenal people out there who love to knit, and they can just sit there and knit all day long. Just put a camera, man. Stream on Twitch, knit, talk to people, explain, teach. Who knows? Your channel can grow to 100,000 followers, because there are women out there, or ladies out there, or old ladies, or whoever, that love to knit, and maybe you can connect with those type of people. So just find something that I use knitting as an example, but it could be anything,
Right.
right? Find something that you, as a person, something you're good at, and use that, and just catapult yourself. And just don't let anybody put you down. Don't let anybody stop you. People are going to be super negative. People are going to put you down. It could be your parents, could be your brother, your sister. They're going to laugh at you. Just ignore that noise. Just, if you're good at something, share it with the world. And I find Twitch to be a very positive thing. Again, if you use it correctly, it could be a very positive tool for you. And just be yourself. It's very cliche, but be yourself. There's a million people out there trying to be like everybody else, but there's only one of you. So just be yourself, and that's all you could be. And I
I
think
like it.
that'll be my message to anybody who's trying to stream.
I like it. I like it. That's actually a unique one. We haven't had that that kind of response yet. So I actually like that. You know. Well, I want to thank you again, Zabi, for coming on. I know that it's been a long time coming, getting all the schedule and everything, but I'm glad we finally got it done. To those of you listening, on
Where's my
YouTube,
check?
but yeah,
When am I
where's your
getting the check?
check? It'll be in the mail. Joker Dad will get it to you. But no, I really do appreciate you coming on a lot. I wish you nothing but the best. You know, I mean it whenever I say, like, you have a very, very unique stream, and it's very chill vibes. It's very genuine, and I like, literally, when I see you live, there's like a 98 to 99% chance I'm going to pull you up while I'm like playing a game on my other monitor, and I'm listening to you rattle off something, and now I'm like, well, now I'm gonna have to comment on this, and so then I have to
Thank
stop
you,
what
man.
I'm doing and go over it and start talking to you, because like now you've drawn me in. So like you
It,
have
it,
a method of being able to connect with your audience whenever people come in and hang out. So I really hope that you know, discoverability goes up, that you know, really start to take off, because I think you have a really unique stream method that you've been doing. I wish you nothing but.
Man, likewise, man. Thank you very much for having me on. You, Ryder, as well, man. You're a phenomenal streamer. I've seen a lot of your streams. When it comes to old school games, Final Fantasy type of games, I feel like you're a wealth of knowledge, and people who like those type of games should definitely watch your stream, because you have so much knowledge to share. And I wish that you could share it with the world, because uh, you're just a unique streamer that I haven't seen anywhere else, and that's why I enjoy your content, and I love stopping by and bugging you, and you know what I mean. If I don't like you, I won't bug you. It's as
Right.
simple as that. So
I appreciate the kind words, but that's not what this is about. This is about you. Okay, stop turning this about. Okay, you rat bastard. That's not what this is. Trying to take over my show, man. You can't do that.
it's my
No,
show.
it's my show.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
For those of you listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, I appreciate you guys coming in. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Go check out Zahabi Twitch. Down at the bottom of the screen here, you're gonna see, you know, twitch.tv / Zahabi Twitch. Go drop him a follow, hang out with him, check him out. Call him a hacker, okay? Tell him to stop playing with his foot pedals if you want
Oh,
to, you
great.
know.
Here we
Toy,
go.
yeah, mess with him, you know. Like it's tons of fun. He's very receptive. He has a good time. But
First
go in
time chat
there.
hacker.
Yeah, first.
Damn it.
Oh my gosh! Please let me be there when that happens. So have
Oh
somebody
my
come in
god.
and just be
Are
like, "I
you a
heard."
hacker?
Yeah,
Welcome in,
somebody
first
comes
time
in.
chatter.
And somebody
You
just
must
comes.
know
I
Ryder.
heard you. I heard you were a hacker. I watched a video, and
Oh,
that's what I heard. So no, man. Like definitely, guys, go check out Zahabi. He's a lot of fun. You'll, like I said, down at the bottom of the screen, you're gonna see, you know, twitch.tv Zahabi Twitch. Check the description, you can find it there. Go check out his YouTube channel. We're gonna put that in the description below, all that stuff. But thank you so much for watching, Zahabi. Again, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate
always
it
a
a
pleasure, man.
ton. Um, Any last words you have for the viewers?
I love you all. Don't give
Hey,
up on your dreams.
there we go. I like it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you in the video. Peace out.